Let's talk about how relationships today affect how the younger generation are running their relationships. Like our generation. And just women or men. Can you just talk about that, bro?
I'm 20 years old. The first relationship I got into, got cheated on the first fucking time.
Swear?
Damn.
Yeah,
20?
When in high school?
yeah.
So yeah, so
Like,
basically
like, fuck that bitch.
yeah, it's just the trust was automatic like fuck
No,
relationship, right?
and then because of that, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It completely derailed my sense of how I went about things,
Okay.
and it took me like a full year to recover, type shit.
Yeah.
So before we continue with this, right? It's probably your fault that you got cheated on. So what do you think you did wrong?
Damn, dog.
Hey,
Damn.
Come on.
What did I do? I don't know, bruh. I mean,
Because looking back at it, like now you know everything, right? Like
Yeah, like
you basically know how it works.
if
So what
you
do you
could
think as
tell-
a kid you did wrong?
the thing that throws me off, bro, is she went after me.
Mm.
Okay.
She was the one who hit on me. She's the one who asked her friend to she asked me pretty much to take her
Yeah,
out
she
on a
was
date.
choosing you.
Mm.
Like, and so, I chased that, right? She invited me to shit. She was honestly, maybe that's it. She was kind of the alpha in this situation. She was kind of running the shit.
Mm.
I knew she was talking to another guy.
So
And then
how'd you find out? Like, where'd you find out the source
The source,
that she was cheating?
the guy.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey,
So he came up to you. He was like, "Hey, bro."
No, because he knew that she was talking with me. She was talking to me. Like, I knew she was honest about the one fact that she was talking to both of us, type shit,
Yeah.
right? And so she was lying about how far they were fucking going.
Mm.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
was just like, this is kind of the aspect of just a fucking friend,
Yeah.
you know?
Don't worry about him.
Oh, so it wasn't your girlfriend, but like you.
It was like a talking stage.
It was like, yeah, but it was like
But-
what, 2 months in type
Yeah,
shit.
it was
Yeah.
you were invested.
Yeah, exactly. And this was my first girl. I don't know. You guys know like the stage you kind of reach where it's like when the first time you're with a fucking girl type shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just feel like on top of the world.
Mhm.
Like you don't even like
Yeah, like damn,
Yeah.
I got her. Like let's
exactly.
go.
You
And
feel
bro,
like
as
you
a
truly
kid, like-
fucking won, bro.
Yeah, and then your boys, when you're younger, nobody has a girlfriend like that. So the first
Yeah,
dude
you were
that's like,
cool.
oh, that dude's cool.
Exactly.
His
And that
girlfriend.
bitch. Sorry. And that chick had a fat ass, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
and she was a grade above. Everyone kind of wanted her
Yeah.
at the time, bro. I classify her as like an 8.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, maybe now, maybe personal reasons, I give her a 4.
Hey, I mean, she's over here. She was talking to two dudes,
Yeah,
and
no.
she was over here telling you guys, bro, in middle school, like she was
Yeah.
playing y'all.
No, this was in high school.
Oh, high school.
This was my first girlfriend was in middle school. She was my girlfriend.
We're talking about the girl who cheated on you.
Yeah, no, she was in high school.
Yeah.
This was. I'm
Oh,
not
so
gonna
you were
This
at
was
middle
freshman year,
school?
remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you were middle. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. You remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was bad. But, yeah. So Bob was sweating, and then
yeah.
yeah, you got invested. You were like, damn, like I want her. You were telling all the bros, of course,
Mhm.
and then you found out, oh man, she went back with her boyfriend, or she got with some other guy.
And then it's crazy.
But look, if you think about it though, you were probably just the alpha that she wanted on the side. You feel me? Because like you said, you knew that she was talking to another guy, right?
hmm
So what if he was boring, and then she just wanted something new, and then she was like, oh, like this guy's cool.
I mean, who the fuck? Because I know they themselves. That guy, he he proposed to that chick.
Yeah, after high school.
He proposed in high school.
No, when he was in the Marines.
That's yeah. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
I can't go too deep into how it ended.
Bob is the cause.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna say that. Right.
All right, so you got your revenge.
If
at
she
the end of the day.
Bro.
All right,
just-
but yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Regardless, it ended up ending. They didn't finish.
Usually-
And so, like I said, that she's just a cheater at heart.
Cheater at heart.
Like, you could say she cheated on me when we weren't even fucking dating, but then she cheated on her fiance.
Mm.
Mm.
With you. Sweat.
All I'm saying, bro, is ever since then, obviously when that's your first experience, it makes you see things ahead of when you should.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
things too quickly.
for sure.
All
Yeah.
right, so it's just the fact that when you want a relationship, like these girls are just like cheaters, like they're not loyal.
Just
You
don't have
can't
trust.
trust.
Yeah.
It's just hard to trust, right?
Did you ever like meet a girl afterwards that you were like, damn, maybe this might work?
There was one. There was the Australian chick. We were getting close, right?
Yeah,
We were working, right? And then she was kind of getting a little bit, because like I said, I'm untrustworthy. She was trying to get comfortable. She wanted to see my friends. She wanted to hang out with me and my friends. And I just felt like uncomfortable with that. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really like.
Yeah, you don't
I
want to
don't-
get too attached.
That's too much.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yes.
It's like asking to meet family or something.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was just like,
Chill.
I was just like,
You pulled back a little bit.
yeah, I was just like, nah. And then it ended up bringing us into into a fight type shit. Just turned really negative. Actually, she slapped me.
Damn,
All right, so wait, all right, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then she just said like pretty much like I really like you, and then she just said unless you can trust me, I just don't want to continue, because I was like, let's just continue where we were at and let's build up
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
point
yeah.
that you want it to be. I'm just a little bit slower. You want to move faster than I want to move.
Yeah, respectable.
And then she just said, if you don't, where I'm at right now, if you don't want to be if we're just not on the same level, this just won't work out. Then it just won't work out.
yeah,
Because I just can't change my mind on how I feel about you.
Bro, that's just a red flag though.
yeah.
Because why would she care to rush it? You know, like
And
there's no
it-
reason. She's not trying to marry you.
Yeah, no, she had red flags.
What are a couple red flags that are hard to tell?
That are hard to tell.
Yeah, like damn, like is that a red flag? But now that you're older, you could be like, okay, yeah, like that's a red flag.
So there's one red flag that it's a little broad, that she was very, very fucking social.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's good to be like socially confident, right?
Yeah.
But like, if I want to date you, like you don't need to be around like 100 people. Say you have 50 friends that are fucking girls. Those girls have like friends that are guys type shit.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
We're all fucking guys. We know if they're hot.
Yeah.
It's just, I just don't feel comfortable with that. And you're surrounded by people, and it's not my thing. Like, obviously you need to have friends type shit, but like consistently trying to make new friends this was when we were 19.
Yeah, like being too friendly,
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
to everyone, like
If somebody
wanting
DM'd her,
attention,
she'd
right?
respond.
It's an attention thing because if she's talking to everybody, then she's never gonna
Yeah.
get satisfied.
Yeah.
So that's also another red flag just in the relationship is that she'll get bored quickly, you know, if you're not just constantly
Mm-hmm.
giving her attention and giving her all your time. So
Yeah.
that's another reason it's a red flag. But yeah, over social it's annoying. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to worry about what's going on, where she's going, like who she's with. Because, bro, she has 50 friends. Like, probably most of them are trying to get her to go somewhere with them.
Yeah, and they're young, you know, like they want to have fun, they want to
Mhm.
party.
Yeah.
Like they're probably going to college, they're probably going to go to that frat house, probably
Yeah.
going to go to that. So, like we've seen it.
Kyle's house. Like, come on,
You
bro.
know,
Bro, like one out of 5 girls are a little bit off. You know what I mean? They like to party a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you're surrounded by bad influences and that many bad influences, you're eventually gonna make the wrong decision.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
It's
inevitable.
statistics.
Yeah, it's just
You
inevitable.
think that was a factor why like you didn't want her to meet your friends because she was just moving like a little too fast?
I feel like that's a different reason, huh? Because I don't know. I feel like once you introduce your girl to your friends, it's like, okay, are my friends gonna be like, damn, why this dude bring his girl? Like ruining the vibe, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing.
It is kind of like that. It's like I do think like that in a sense. Like my boys are my boys. You're not my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you're
yeah.
going to hang out and have a good time. You don't want to have to like censor yourself. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm going to hang out with my boys. I just want to hang out with them. But when I want to hang out with you instead of them, then I'll come hang out with you. It's like a simple thing. And yeah, say we're having like an actual get together or something like that. I want you there. But
Yeah.
like say I'm just going to my friend's house.
yeah,
Like that's my
weird.
friend. You
Yeah,
know.
like you don't want to go hang out with her friends. Like, what are you gonna do?
Exactly. It's just like I don't really. It is the aspect. I don't really care to hang out with your friends either.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like probably most of them I won't fucking like.
All right, so how about those ones who cry like the guilt trip ones?
Ooh,
That's a red flag. like guilt tripping, trying to
But
manipulate.
I feel like if your girl is crying to you constantly, you should not be in that. Like you should know better to
Yeah.
not be in a relationship like that.
But I mean, some dudes they just don't pick it up. Like
Yeah, I mean it's definitely because you ever see the times or the videos where a girl will be crying and then they switch the switch
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
gaslight like fucking
it's crazy. Yeah.
how about that one girl who put a hitman on her husband, and then the police like they did a like they thought they said, oh hey, your husband's dead, but they intercepted the hitman. They're like, oh nah, like I think she was cheating on the husband,
Yeah.
and then the guy told the police
Mhm.
like, oh shit, he like she wants to kill her husband,
And
the
then you
police
see
were
her like breaking down and
yeah,
going
she was
crazy
like,
on
come
the
here, oh
phone.
my god,
Yeah.
like she was like, no, she was breaking down, and then they were in the investigation room, and
Yep.
then fucking the husband came in the room. She was like, oh my god, come here, like please, like she was
Yeah,
crying, bro,
bro.
and then like she was in the wrong, bro, like she tried to
Yeah.
kill you, and then she's over here crying, like that's how she probably got away with.
There's psychopaths out there.
No, there's some really, and then like some of these girls take it too far when they just don't like the aspect they're in.
Hmm.
They just don't like their situation. Some of them, not all of them, some of them are very fucking dramatic. That's like,
Yeah.
that's a little too extreme. I think that's like one in them.
Bro, but
Couple
I feel
million,
like
yeah.
it also comes down to like how you're raised too, because if there's like daddy issues or mommy issues, then sometimes they'll be in a toxic ass relationship where they're crying and all that, but they
Yeah.
can't leave it because they're
They feel safe,
trying to they feel something that they didn't get growing up from the other person. They're like, damn, I don't want to lose this at any cost. You know what I mean?
even though it's harming me.
Yeah, even
like-
though it's basically self-harm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an issue past red flags. That's just like it's something you can't really unteach. You know?
Our daddy issues aren't really a red flag to me.
You think so? Like it, for a relationship?
For a
for your wife,
relationship?
and like say you want kids with the like this girl.
Yeah, but you gotta look at both aspects of what daddy issues can bring you.
There's obviously different issues, but if they don't know how to cope with it, then it's bad. You know?
That's true, but that's relatively anything. If you
Yeah.
can't cope with if you can't cope with certain things, then pretty much everything bad that's gonna happen to you is just gonna take a negative effect. But if you have daddy issues, and you go about that even a somewhat right way, you can truly benefit from that.
But how common is it when you see or hear a bad relationship dynamic because of that? Pretty damn often, no? Like most of your
Yeah,
boys
yeah,
probably.
It's an interesting, like, kind of situation that all three of us fucking live in,
Yeah.
where it's in a sense kind of turning into a war because of this radical feminist kind of turned into this like kind of radical masculinity.
It's like super red pill.
Yeah, exactly. Like just treating women like they're less. It just creates both sides are just extreme, and the way I see it, both sides are fucking wrong.
I mean, there's always going to be extremes to things.
Yeah.
But that's also because that the extremes is all we see. When you're online, it's a vocal minority,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you might be seeing all these things, but if you go in the real world, I mean, a lot of these opinions and things that are pushed don't actually exist. It's just because you see it on your feed and the algorithm is putting it on. You got to experience life, because if you live on your phone, you're on TikTok or Instagram just scrolling, you don't really know how things work. And when you test these practices in real life, you're just going to get put down. Nothing's going to work for you.
Yeah.
So it goes back to just living life, you know, being outside and just experiencing interactions with people.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. You can't think about what you're going to do based on somebody else's experience, because if you do that, you're just going to end up trying to chase his experience and then just fall down,
Yeah.
because it's just not going to happen. You kind of have to chase. You have to fail at your own experience to know what you just have to experience it fully. You're going to fail, but eventually you'll succeed.
Yeah.
You just got to keep on fighting. It's what's that saying? Was it Muhammad Ali that said it? It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get up.
Isn't that Rocky?
Oh man. Like, it's inevitable for you to fall. Just don't stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are scared of falling. Don't just try and chase other people's ways because they successfully did it. Don't just think you're gonna successfully do it just because you're kind of copying what they're doing. Because I bet you're not able to do it 100% the way they did it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't emulate
Yeah.
perfect. You have to create your own path and your own journey. And then you could give people guidance, but they're gonna have to do it on their own eventually, you know?
Yeah, like they could show you the blueprint, but you got to put in the work and build up the brand or
Yeah.
company, and then you got to put in the work to make it work. You know,
Mhm.
Exactly.
But what's another red flag?
there's a lot of guys, raising other kids. I mean, it's not bad.
Dude, did
But
you
we're just
see
saying,
that
like-
one dude on he had 5 years in prison for not paying child support, and when he got
Oh
out,
yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
his kid,
And
and
then-
she knew it wasn't his
Yeah,
kid.
I seen that. She was like, "Oh, I still talk to the dad
Yeah,
to this day."
Yep.
She should catch criminal charges for that.
But they don't do that.
I know that's so
5 years, man.
because she knew that.
I think a big red flag is when your significant other might be blaming you for things randomly. If you're tired, for example, and then your girl's like, "Why are you mad at me?" And you're just tired from the day, like stuff
Yeah.
like that.
What I think it is, I just think of it as like she's trying to start something to make, because like you know how girls like purposely try to start
Yeah.
issues
Yeah,
to add some drama and some spice in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of what I think when just a fucking pointless argument is stated. It's she knows it's pointless, but she's trying to add. She's just trying to grab something. She's just grasping.
It's a
For
test.
straws.
She's just testing you.
Yeah, just arguments in general. Like, why are you arguing with your girl on a consistent basis? Like, really?
It really depends on the time. Like, say you're like you could argue with your girl, but you should have been together for like a year or something plus, or like
Yeah,
something
especially
like
during
that.
the early
Yeah,
stages,
that's
are
true.
a lot of arguments. Like you gotta look at your relationship and be like, okay, what's the cause here? What's the problem?
Exactly, because if you're fighting off rip, you're gonna. It's a snowball effect. It's
But
just gonna get worse
that's
over
why,
time.
That's why it goes into toxic relationships.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but like, I think one red flag that already shows a toxic relationship is, the girls that try to flirt with you by arguing, or like by being mean, like those types of girls.
Yeah, they're trying to
Those
manipulate.
That's a big red flag for toxic relationships and toxic females, because that dynamic is just gonna be push and pull the whole relationship. But you can't get caught up in that, because then as a dude you're thinking with your eyes,
Yeah.
and then you're trapped, So you just have to be aware of all these little things. It's not always visual. You got to think about your mental health in the long run.
Yeah.
You don't want to get trapped and then you're stressing all day about something that shouldn't be stressed about. People die from stress.
Well, like, yeah, what age type shit?
Bro, you ever see a 25-year-old and you're like, damn, that dude looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Your body gets distressed.
You
Like,
literally
you're-
age
you're,
faster.
Like, yeah, no.
You're
you know-
stressed out, so you lose hair, increase the risk of heart attacks,
Mhm.
Yeah, like
stress eating. You're not in your full capacity of thinking. Like, I'm stressed out, so it's affecting your thinking.
Lack of sleep.
Like, it could fuck you up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get help. You feel me?
Yeah.
Toxic relationships, bro. That's a highly stressful position to be in. You feel me? Like, especially if you're getting abused or mentally, physically, verbally.
Bro, and then what are you doing all day on top of that?
Selling on the phone.
On the
wasting
phone all day.
time.
So now you have all this screen time and blue light in your eyes, and you're on your phone the whole day as well. So that's more stress and more your hunched up position. You're getting, like, for real, your body's just suffering at the end of the day.
Your body suffering, your mind is suffering, bro.
Yeah.
Like, your mind. People got to take care of their minds, bro.
Because let's switch it up a little. Let's talk about the good things.
Like intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be hot and fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. It's probably cool for a little bit, but like, that's boring. Like,
I think a green flag is not entertaining people, like not
Looking for
talking and
attention.
being super social with random people that she doesn't know. Taking time to see, oh, is this person a snake? What are their intentions? Oh, who are you? She has to talk to them for a little bit to be cool with them, that type of thing. Where she's just opposite of what you said, where she's not super, super social. I feel like that's a huge green flag. I think another one is like being appreciative, being understanding things. Like, the girls that are, oh, he needs to make 200-300K a
yeah.
year. Nah, like get her $10 flowers or something, and then she's like, damn, like this is like gold,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
appreciative.
Big one for me is self-respect, because it's like we're talking about generation, and there's a lot of girls without self-respect in our age.
Mhm.
It's pretty impressive. So when you see a girl with self-respect nowadays, you just know they're different. they're special. They have something that they can offer you. If I'm taking this girl out on a date. If I'm planning on dating, I don't want to sleep with you the first date.
Yeah, I don't want you to let me sleep with you.
Let me have to try.
Exactly.
Let me put in the work.
Show me that it's just not fucking easy.
If a girl tries to kiss you on the first date, you're not letting that happen. You're not kissing a girl you don't really know. I don't know what is a date for you. I don't really go on dates like that on first date.
Sure not like a
if you're at a party and you're talking to a girl, you're not gonna let her kiss you.
No. Wait, at a party?
Yeah.
Me personally, I just don't go around kissing.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? No, I'm just saying, if it's a party, I agree with George on a first date, I wouldn't. Right, but if you're talking to a girl at a party, maybe it's a different. You're honestly there for. If you're going to a party looking for a girlfriend, you're just looking to get.
But you shouldn't be going to a party looking for it depends. But that's just college too. That's just parties in general. It's just that type of shit.
But if in that same kind of.
I feel like if you're a little bit older, because everybody in a party is just trying to do that.
I think it depends because. Say you do go on a date. It's just regular date, no party, no nothing, right? I feel like if she tries to fuck you, then it's a little bit oh shit, I don't know. But cause me, I don't go on a dates I'm about to fuck. I'm just chilling.
Me neither.
I'm not over here sweating. I'm chilling. I want you to get to know me, especially if I want a girlfriend.
Yeah.
If a girl makes a move on you on the first date, never speak to her again.
Yeah.
On no way of thinking would a girl that just had
I just feel damn, cause girls don't usually be looking for unless they're some shit's going on.
Exactly.
It's just you gotta read signals.
That's a massive red flag to me if a girl makes a date.
Bro, I've been out a couple of times and I've noticed this girls just looking for it, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just hear it. I don't know. It's weird. Subconsciously, I could just fucking feel it.
I remember this was 7 months ago or something like that. I went on a date, and this girl was really trying to
the move.
She wasn't trying to make the move, but she was
insinuating,
relatively asking me to make the move.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I just don't like that.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. I dropped her off and left
bro,
and never talked to her
if you
again.
go out with a girl,
say
you're going pool, you're going to play pool, and the whole day you're damn, I don't know if this bitch
likes me
down or not.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Yeah, again, you could probably peep signals, but if the girl if you really can't know, then that's even better,
Yeah, because it's damn, I'm putting in work. You have to, because you don't know the next move, so it's all right.
But then you have to not sweat either. You gotta be whatever.
Yeah, you can't be out here looking for you can't ask her oh, do you like me?
No, you can't.
Girls know when you're chasing.
Yeah, they'll know.
They know if you're chasing, and that's a red flag to them. If you're chasing, it's pretty fucking obvious.
But it's also over.
It is obvious.
Over pursuing, because
exactly.
I feel you could chase a girl, for a little bit. There's nothing how are you gonna get her? You feel me? If she's chasing you, it's cool if she's chasing you.
But you gotta know it's a push and pull.
Yeah, it's a push and pull. If you're over pursuing, then that's a red flag. But if you're not pursuing at all, she's probably oh, fuck them.
You can pursue. There's the difference to me between pursuing and chasing. Chasing kind of means you're trying to get relatively. It's not a 50-50 split type shit. It's like a 70-30. You're trying to get at her.
Yeah.
Purely off the aspect of she's not really trying to get with you, but you're trying to convince her to get with you.
Yeah.
So it's I disagree with that. If you're trying to chase the girl to get her at you, just try and tell her who you are. Just kind of be yourself on how you would talk to somebody.
You throw her a bone.
Yeah.
If she bites, pull it back.
Mm-hmm.
Let her chase it.
Yeah.
If she fucking forgets it, go back. It's a push. It's a fucking
and
balance, bro.
When you're out there with the rod, right? You're sitting there for maybe an hour or two. You can't be impatient.
If you catch a fast one, then it's this. Everyone caught this one. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But if you fucking wait, feel me, put in some time.
Bro, send your text.
Put your bait.
Send your text. Give it a day.
Give it a day.
respond, maybe say something that, oh, this happened, you won't believe this, and then don't say anything for another day.
Yeah,
like,
even
make it engaging, you know.
even like when you get a girl's number in public, just the other day, you know, like wait till later. You know, don't text her like, oh hey,
I'm this from when I got your number on the street.
yeah, nah, just text her a couple little later, be like, oh hey, it's the guy from here, so and so, whatever, and then make it engaging, like conversate with them, send her a call, like don't always text.
Don't
like
always
texting,
Yeah.
like the girls
calls.
that text. I feel like that's a red flag too. Like no
Bro.
calls. Oh, my FaceTime's broken.
I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but it's a green flag if they like calls. If they like
Yeah.
talking over.
Cause
Over
texting, that's no fucking human connection.
There's no emotion behind it. Like you can't really.
I just can't connect on text. Like I don't
Bro,
know.
how are you gonna get a girl's number that you saw for 2 seconds and then text her? She has no idea
She has
about
no
you
much
in
about you,
any
yeah.
type of way. So call the girl, bro. Nobody calls her probably that she talks to like that.
I think you could text her, but if you're gonna text her, so fucking brief.
You need to be the most immaculate game on the planet to text.
Just be so fucking brief, bro.
Yeah, just
Just be like
keep it simple.
Because you guys don't know each other. There's nothing to talk about.
exactly like. I agree with you. Just the way I'd say is, if you're gonna text, you have to, in that text, set up a fucking plan to meet up.
Yeah, 100%. It's
Yeah.
you text for the next link up. It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Don't
anything
get
in
to know
between.
someone over text. Like
Ex-
what you doing? Oh, what do you like doing today? Oh, what's your favorite sport? What's your favorite color? Oh,
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite?
do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Bro, ask that
Yeah.
shit over the date.
Yeah. And
That
then
way you
it's-
have more to talk about.
Exactly, and then it goes, oh, do you have siblings? Yeah, I have blah, blah, blah. They do this. Oh, my siblings are the same age. Like, it bounces off to other things, that you won't say in text because text just doesn't have that type of back and forth human interaction.
And it's better for you because, say, the way you go about, the way you speak, the way you go about
Yeah.
things, they understand you more, which is what you want.
Yeah,
Right.
like she's texting 10 other guys, bro. Be the guy to call her and have that connection.
Yeah.
You have to start strong, because especially like, say you get her number and you never text her till a week later. She's like, I think wait, I gave 2 other guys my number. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's
But
another thing.
you gotta start and then start strong. I feel like setting up a date, especially when you first got her number, like the same day, bro. Like you're moving too fast, bro. Like wait.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
There needs to be at least a week of getting to know, like just, talking a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
just to break the ice.
Yeah.
But if you're just over here going on dates, bro, I feel like you're wasting your, like, why are you going on dates?
I think you can set a date, the first date, but it has to be in person. It has to be while you guys are talking. I'm not really a fan of even booking a date, like, over text. I'd rather do it in person. To book an actual date.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like
but it's hard
I-
to sometimes
I-
because
I
if she
just-
doesn't know you, then she's gonna be like, "Damn, this dude's already setting up dates."
Yeah, I wouldn't personally go up to girls and just be like, oh, hey, I would love to take you out on a date. Like, I'll
Okay,
get the
not
number
yet.
and then just
slide in like that.
like if you're just sliding in, like, oh, hey, like, oh,
No, because we're
let's go to fucking Nobu right now. Like,
but we're thinking off like a 3-minute interaction. You're not there with the girl for 30 minutes talking.
Yeah.
unless maybe you're at
You
an
could,
event,
yeah.
sure. But yeah, if I'm just at a grocery store, at a library or some shit, like I'm not gonna just, oh shit, what's up? You're cute. Like, can I take you out to eat?
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, oh, like whatever. Can I get your number? You're cool. Shit, let's get to know each other. Whatever. Dip, and then set it up later.
Yeah.
Like
No, like cause I just have done that. I've done what I said before. It was just fun.
so it was just bored type shit. Like,
Huh?
you're just bored, right? Like,
No, it was actually like me and my friend went up to 2 girls, and then we kind of just wanted to secure it fast.
yeah.
And so it was fun. It was
so
good.
you guys took them out,
Yeah,
like double date,
yeah. Took him out to sushi.
and then
I
what?
don't know. Sushi's wild.
Oh, and then what happened after?
Huh?
Like mission complete?
I was complete.
Oh.
No.
But was it same day or it was like another time?
It was same night.
Oh, so it was just quick.
Was this at Coachella? You said,
Coachella.
or
This is in
where did you-
Miami.
Oh, Miami. Sorry,
Oh,
Miami.
okay,
Yeah,
Miami.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
y'all
But that was
ready
like-
already.
Yeah, but like I said, it's possible to do it.
it's
You-
possible in the right
need
setting.
the right vibe.
But
yeah.
again, like if you go to a party and you end up hooking up with a girl, yeah, I mean you shouldn't be too surprised, right?
I feel like like as a man, bro, if you're single, like you shouldn't be out here looking for a girlfriend.
That's
You feel
true.
me? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
like don't like damn, I want her as my girlfriend. Like, bro, you don't even know her, bro. Like, chill. Girlfriends should want to lock you down. If you're out here just thirsty as fuck, like, bro, it's a weird fucking like they know, bro. Like, you're thirsty. You're not. It's not gonna help you at all.
It shows, yeah.
It's like kind of an aspect of, oh, I guess it kind of started a year ago or something like that, where I just really just stopped giving a shit. Like the times where the most girls were talking to me was the 1 year I was celibate. Well, I was going celibate.
Mm-hmm.
That was because I just didn't give a shit to get at any girl,
Yeah,
and that was somehow the year I got like the
Yeah.
most girls talking to me and interested in me. More guys need to go about that instead of fucking just acting, just giving the vibe that they just want to fuck instantly. You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
need to have self-respect as a man too.
Exactly, and it's just a lack of experience.
That, and it's also, I think it's like a pornography addiction too.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
Because most dudes are like, not only do they watch porn, but they're open about it. Like they tell their friends and
that's
stuff. You know what I mean?
like, off.
So if you're watching porn every day and you're in fucking horny mode all day every day, then when you actually talk to a real female, she's gonna see, oh, this dude's horny. Like your energy will show that.
Yeah.
It's not even something that you'll be able to hide. You know?
Get with a female instead of relying on yourself or
Yeah,
relying
like, do
on
it the
porn.
natural, real way. Like,
Exactly. So just cut out porn. I recommend stop jerking off.
But you're watching two other people have sex.
It's just like you're after a certain point. If you look at it from the outside, you don't understand this until you stop doing it. You're jerking off at a point of envy.
Yeah.
You're envious
Yeah.
and you're getting horny and you're getting off based on what you wish you could have.
Cause look, even after, bro, look, say the guy finishes jerking off, right? And then it's like, fuck. They're mad at it themselves. You feel like shit. It's like, damn, bro, I'm fucking sold. Like, bro, like it's that damn. Like, I basically just killed myself.
Bro, because you literally lose energy.
You lose energy, bro. Like you're looking at yourself in
Instant.
the mirror.
You
Like,
actually dropped testosterone.
You have to
Yeah.
fucking clear the search history. Like you're a bitch, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, bro. Right, that fucking 10 minutes that you were on your phone in the bathroom or in your rooms, like wasting time, bro. You could have fucking went outside, went on a 10-minute run, and got this more energy.
Bro, and listen, if you have sex with like the right female, you feel cool after. Like you feel like you didn't get your energy taken completely, you know? But that's with the
Yeah.
right female too, because 99% of the time you're gonna leave it feeling even worse. So again, back to the flags, you gotta peep who's gonna actually contribute to your energy. I feel like at this point it's consistent enough to where you know what to do with the situation that you're in. Like as a man, you should know how to go about things. Get yourself right, and then that type of stuff will follow. Relationships, get your money right, females will follow. Get your finances, get your mental health, get your body, get everything right first, because you don't. That's gonna come with it. You know, if you're focusing on the right things, then the stuff that you wanted, it'll come, and then you'll be like, damn, this is not like what I expected. Like I don't even need it. You know.
The lowest people I know are selfless people. You have to be selfish.
Oh, selfish.
You have to treat yourself. You have to put yourself on top. You have to put yourself first.
Yeah.
You just have to. And they don't, that like you said, that's a mental aspect. So they don't give a shit about themselves. They're just making the wrong decisions for themselves. And they just don't even think about it.
And their energy's getting thrown away from them.
Exactly. You really got to put yourself first. People just... It's a negative aspect that society teaches you, is to not be selfish.
Like people pleasing.
Some of the most successful people in this world, and almost all of them, are selfish people.
Dude, you grow up. Oh, don't be selfish. Sharing is
Yeah.
caring. Like they teach you that.
Yeah.
But you have to know when to cut that out, because then you're just gonna fall into the same trap everybody else is in.
Exactly.
That's how you have to look at the world, right? There's 7 billion people in the world. Why is there an average? Why is average a thing? Because that's probably where the majority is, right? So you have to think, okay, I was taught this when I grew up.
Yeah.
This causes you most likely to fall into the average. So if you don't want to be in the average, then you have to, go against these conventional things that you were taught, and you have to recognize, okay, which of these things can I use that I was taught in a positive way, and which do I have to kind of throw away because then it's going to lead me into the same group that everyone else is in.
Yeah, it's an aspect they don't teach you, and that's 100% experience, and that's kind of what you have to learn just by fucking living.
Yeah.
Like, you know those movies where it's like a husband and wife, and the husband's like fucking like he's all fucked up. He's like, oh fuck, I don't want to marry this. So, and then at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, like fuck you, I'm out. And he'll go with like some random girl that he met.
Yeah.
In the middle of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And it's like, fuck this wife, fuck this divorce. And
What's have you seen what's it called? The Hangover?
oh, Hangover.
Where
yeah.
like he's with the wife.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then-
see, yeah, he was like he
yeah.
manned up, like he picked
Yeah.
up, like she was over here cheating on him, she was like slapping him and shit, and then he was like, oh fuck you, like I got married to get by this other girl in Vegas,
Mhm.
and I have a kid, like
Yeah.
bro, like it's like that, like he wasn't people pleasing, he was just not
Man up.
average no more, you
Yeah.
feel me? Like he was with the bros too, like he was with his bros in Vegas
Mhm.
before his fucking wedding, and then bro, he was like, fuck this bitch, like she
Yeah.
was fucking him up, she was cheating on him. Watch that movie. It shows, bro, in the movies.
Yeah. Kind of switching the topic. So Bob, talk to me about motorcycles, bro.
Let me just say this: we have a spot we call it's pretty much the track on the streets. Over there, people knew me. I was the prodigy, because most people would assume that I was riding for years. When I was 9 months in,
Yeah.
and you know what? I was pretty good. I would have been great if a Prius didn't hit me.
Prius?
Yeah, fucking Prius, bro. Luckily, it wasn't a fucking truck. But I was racing. I was racing, trying to keep up with somebody who's been riding for 40 years.
So he was an OG.
He's an OG. Dog's old as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I'm with some of my boys, and my boy has been riding for like 3 years. He's faster than me.
Yeah.
And this was the one time I was faster than him. On a 25-mile-per-hour turn, on the police report, it says 75 miles per hour on a 25-mile-per-hour turn.
But how fast were you really going?
I don't remember.
Hey, all right, so Bob, so let's talk about that adrenaline rush though, like, right? So you get a little adrenaline rush, right? From just going fast. I want to go fast.
It's a concept that nobody will understand, but everyone who has a motorcycle will understand. It's a feeling of freedom that nobody will ever get. It's just you feel so happy and free because the only thing you're thinking about at that moment is what's going on with you on that motorcycle. Like, if there's a bad aspect in my life that's going on and I get on my bike, that bad aspect has disappeared. The only thing on my mind is that motorcycle, and that motorcycle makes me so fucking happy.
Bro, have you ever been on the front of a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Is that how it feels a little bit?
No, not
No?
even close.
Bro, because I remember being on the front of a roller coaster and I felt like I was flying.
No,
Like,
because you gotta understand, this is basic like human psychology. Is the most you feel alive is the closer you are to death.
okay.
So when you're on a motorcycle, bro.
You must have felt hella alive.
Yeah, so when you're on a motorcycle, you feel so alive. So that's why I was going so fast. The concept of death doesn't even matter to you at that time. It just doesn't affect you. This is a saying between every motorcycle that goes fast. Just know, when I die on my bike, I died with a smile on my face.
So
And that's an actual saying, bro.
so after you ate the car at 75 miles an hour, tell me what happened.
Well, I actually died. Yeah, no, I was pronounced as dead on the police report. Broke my back. It's like pretty much shattered a vertebrae. Broke 4 of them. Collapsed my right lung. Fucked up my brain.
Damn.
Tore the artery in my neck that brings blood to my brain. And then because of all that, I also broke my arm as well and tore my ACL. I got the brace on right now. And then
That was a lot. Wow.
and then yeah, so all that, kind of happens to your body. My brain shut down. I'm not able to breathe. So my brain just shut down and my heart just stopped beating.
Hey, but
And
the
then-
hardest thing, bro, that you've done, nigga, is stay alive right here on the podcast so you can
sir.
tell your story, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, I came back. I was lucky. I would probably wouldn't be alive, but a couple cars behind the car that hit me was two fucking nurses. Or no, they're physicians. I don't know what the fuck a physician is. You know, you're medical and shit.
It's part of their practice. Basically, a doctor.
Well, okay, yeah. So then they were just fucking somehow there. They did some shit on me. CPR, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They
I don't
revived
know.
you.
Yeah, and then I came back, like, but they had to consistently. I was still knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was just like,
You were just a body corpse.
exactly, yeah. I was just unconscious, right?
Yeah.
And so, I don't remember this situation at all. Like me crashing doesn't like I, believe it or not, most people won't experience this, but you kind of lose your memory when you die. My brain's a little foggy from a little bit before as well. Like I don't remember that entire day. I kind of don't even remember the first couple weeks before that either. It's just so foggy. I just can't really recall when it was. It's just like, in a sense, I'm on my second life.
Yeah.
Everything before that day is foggy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any of the little details. I remember most things, but the little fucking details I just have no impact on my life. I don't remember.
How long were you in a coma?
2 weeks. Yeah, I was about to say they put me in a coma because I was trying to move and shit like that. Because I didn't even have the consciousness. I didn't have consciousness. I didn't know what pain was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was moving around and they were just like, "All right, bro's fucked up."
Yeah, I bet. Damn.
Bro's fucked up. So they put me in a coma for 2 weeks until like the whole brain aspect, because I was bleeding heavily in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so once the blood was gone and shit like that, they're like, okay, bro can wake up. His head's a little clear. Every odd they said I would have mentally, I broke.
What do you mean?
Like, they said I'd have so many things.
Oh, like the odds to side effects?
Exactly, yeah. There was just not one. They tested me a million fucking times on so many different aspects. They even tested my IQ.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were just doing so much shit. Right, they did so much, and then I relatively kind of beat everything, and my recovery was pretty fast as well on everything. I was in the hospital I was at Stanford for a month and rehab for another month. I was supposed to be at rehab for 3 months, but I got out early because I'm just built different.
So you basically should have been a vegetable.
That's what they told my fucking parents that.
Yeah.
They told my parents I was gonna be a vegetable.
Paralyzed vegetable.
Yeah, because there was like, I broke 4 vertebrae. 1 vertebrae was really fucking bad. It was a borderline shatter. So when they see things like that, it's like spinal cord is fucked up. It's like spinal cord is gone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. Just I doubt my spinal cord was hurt because I was walking
Yeah,
2
I
weeks
was
after
gonna
back
say,
surgery.
There's no way.
So it was just like, yeah. So they were telling my fucking parents some fucked up shit. The first words my parents heard were, "We're trying, but I don't know." Like, why would you fucking say that to my dad?
It really. He probably wanted to say probably not.
Like,
That's not what you
bro,
told me.
because after I knew what my chances were,
What is he gonna say?
Because my chances, they write down the chances you have of living.
Yeah.
I was at 10%.
That's actually higher than I thought.
Fuck you.
No, like yeah, for real, because that was a bad crash, dude.
I totaled the fucking Prius.
Did the driver get hurt?
They claim they did, but like there's just no medical record that proves that they're like actually injured, so they can't.
So they were probably
Actually-
just like a sore, like just from the crash.
They were fucking older people,
Yeah.
right? So they were meant. What they fucking did is because I was riding with people. They brought out a fucking lawn chair and just sat down. We were just frozen. They were like, because they thought I was dead. I'm just
Yeah.
laying on the fucking
You
ground,
were.
limp. I was, yeah.
Yeah.
But and like.
So
It's-
what would you say your new perspectives are?
in life.
On life, there's so many. It's really hard. It's pretty much almost everything.
Has anything
Like, what's the broad sense? Would you say you're more grateful? Like, what do you mean by everything?
I just see the world in a different aspect. I'm 20 years old, but I feel like I see it like I've gone through a lot more than a 20-year-old normally does. So I feel like I've seen the world further than I should have. I feel like what's the term? It's
Old soul.
people who are mature young,
It's just wisdom.
saw things, or
They
saw the world
lived.
how it really is at a young age. People will just get fucked up. All of us, you and you are gonna have some shitty fucking situations in life
Yeah.
where you're just gonna be like, damn, fuck, that's just life.
Yeah.
And so you don't really understand what that is gonna feel like until you kind of go through it. And there's so many people that go through situations like that and just say, fuck it. Like, or just say, just fall down. They get depressed over it and they don't fight through it.
Yeah.
And it's just mental fortitude. There's so many people in this world that have no mental fortitude at all. And it's like,
How do you build mental fortitude?
I think it's a lack of ignorance.
I think what it is, well, there's a few things. If you're looking at mental fortitude, one way you can build mental fortitude is do what you don't like to do constantly. And then you get used to questioning things and doing things that are hard. Because I feel
Yeah.
like if you're disciplined, like for example, if you're really, really in good shape, odds are you're a smarter type of person that probably sees through the world a little more.
Yeah.
Just because you're open enough to, for example, do research on nutrition, and then that falls into doing research on other things. You know, if you're in one aspect of something and you're really strong, it probably will lead you down multiple rabbit holes to understand other things.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're an optimist, you'll probably have a weaker mental fortitude than most people. I see nothing wrong with being optimistic. In a sense, I'm not an optimist myself. I'm
There's a
even
fine
less of
line
an
between
optimist,
optimism and naivety.
Yeah, to
Because
go do something.
you have to look at it like there's an end point, you know, like for you, bro. I mean, you walked up our stairs. Like you were dead and now you're here walking upstairs. You know, there's always gonna be an end point and no situation will last forever.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to get through it. And I feel like people feel like they're never gonna get out of it, and that's how they get and fall deeper because they're not
Yeah.
making the steps to
Yeah,
get themselves out of it.
exactly. And it's kind of based on what you first said. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Being comfortable for too long, that will negatively affect you for the rest of your life. And
Yeah.
100%. I just, I might be fucking 20, but I know that, like, I'm sure most people will realize that once they're older. When you live, say you lived a really good life, right? When you were a kid, and then you have to deal with the real world. You're your own dependent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then you'll realize now you're in a situation where you're so uncomfortable and you're not used to it.
You're not used to it.
And then you get hit with shock. You get hit with mental distress.
But that's why, like, it goes back to parenting, because, like, if someone's just shocked and, like, they don't know what the fuck to do, they're just lost with life. Like, if you can't depend on yourself, if you don't have the responsibility to take care of yourself, like, that's something wrong with you. You know, like, of course you could. Some people are fucking like slower, but I mean, your parents have to teach you how to take care of yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like,
I agree. I mean, going back to like depending on yourself, for example, like a good way that you know you can get past things. Say you're paying rent, right? You pay 2,500 in rent. Then you get food and you're paying $500, $600 a month in food, and you're paying bills, your car insurance, blah blah blah. You're paying a ton of stuff, right? And you feel comfortable, you're doing good, but oh wait, you get pulled over and now you have to pay $300 ticket. Oh, your car breaks down, now you have to pay for maintenance. Things happen outside of your comfortability zone, so you
Yeah.
have to be able to say, oh, okay, let me put some more hours, get some overtime, you know, kind of work through that small period, because yeah, things are not always gonna be picture perfect. You just have to be ready to find a quick solution to it, and make a game plan. Because if you have no plan and you just leave it up to fate, then you're gonna feel, you know, helpless, and you have no one to depend on, and then you're just gonna, you know, get stuck, maybe get in debt, that type of thing.
Yep. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah, it really is like that. Because if you go in with your expectations low, you'll never get disappointed.
yeah, like
Yeah.
imagine planning for the worst though. Like, bro, you're cool. You know, like
Yeah.
the worst is cool. You plan for it.
Yeah.
Like
If
you have a game plan.
If you know a shitty situation is gonna happen and then it fucking happens, You're not just like, fuck. You're just like, all right,
Yeah, like
now
you-
let's get
you-
through it.
Yeah.
You went over that hump. Like,
Exactly.
you went over that blind wall of like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen? Like you already know what the fuck's gonna happen because you prepared yourself
Yeah.
for what the fuck's gonna happen.
Like in an aspect, I knew I was gonna fucking crash on my motorcycle. I was my second crash.
Yeah.
It's just an inevitable task. It's like 100% chance I'm gonna fucking crash, and that's just how it is. I don't think there's. I think that's an actual percentage. 100% of motorcyclists crash,
Yeah.
and so, it not fatally like mine.
Yeah.
But like crash eventually, so I knew I was gonna crash. So I'm not shook by that fact. I'm just not shook. I'm not taken by surprise.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like, you've crashed before.
shit, it fucking happens.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna complain about reality?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why when you were saying like when I'm on that bike, I'm not thinking about like I'm gonna die. Like I fucking know I might.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just you just gotta accept reality, how reality is. Like,
Bro, like
don't try and like make your own reality based on what you want.
going back to like life and death, and for you, you said it's inevitable that you were gonna crash, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of situations where things just happen and people will come out alive or they'll come out dead, you know? Like for example, did you see that one high school student that jumped off, I think it was a yacht or a cruise ship and died?
Cruise ship and died for a
Ah.
dare.
So they dared him to jump off, and then I think he got eaten by a shark.
Yeah, he just got lost at sea and he
But
died.
it was just like a dumb young thing, the choice that he made, and you know, he could have jumped and came back on, but ended up losing his life. Like there's probably a lot of times where you two have done something, you're like, damn, I probably could have died there,
Yeah.
you know, but you didn't. So it's really up to fate sometimes.
Yeah, no, there's probably a million times all three of us have put ourselves in life-threatening situations.
Yeah.
We just got lucky
Mhm.
they didn't enact on us. Like, but there's only so far you could take it. Like, eventually, that one time will happen.
100%.
So it's just if you plan for the worst, like say, and the thing that most people deal with, I'd say around 90% of the population deal with money aspects.
Mhm.
They're just not smart with their fucking money. They're just idiots.
Yeah, on the last podcast we were talking about how it's so easy to just buy food or buy clothes or buy fucking jewelry. Like,
Bro, if you get a coffee every day for $6-7 at Starbucks every day over the course of a month, bro, that's what, like almost $300-400 just from one coffee a day.
yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. Naturally, I don't spend my money on stupid shit. I'm classified as a stink. I just don't spend my money on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I went to dinner. I like go for like the happy hour shit.
Yeah, or like, bro, just cook your own food, you know? Don't eat out because they're just uppricing everything. I mean, you can get what, a pack of ground turkey for $4 at Trader Joe's and then some cheap rice and you have a
Yeah.
meal for like $5.
It's like
You know?
just because you don't want to spend money doesn't mean you're broke.
But who are you flexing for?
It's like
You're not flexing for who? Nobody cares, bro. Everybody's looking at themselves.
Like, yeah, if you're not if you're not balling, like no one gives a fuck, bro.
Bro, if you're not balling, then your clothes don't matter because, say for example, that you attract some gold digger, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what is she gonna do now? Are you gonna take her to your parents' house? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what clothes you got on because that your facade is gonna get found out eventually. You know?
Like, have you guys seen Coming to America?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie Murphy was like that. Like, he didn't want to flex because he wanted a real wife. You know, he didn't want a gold digger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, oh, he want to go work at McDonald's, and then like he ended up dating the
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 manager's
girl-
daughter.
yeah, but you know, like at the end of the day, he was a king. He didn't flex. He found his fucking queen. Like, bro, like no reason to flex. Like even the rich niggas don't even flex. Like you see Mark Zuckerberg driving a fucking Ford Focus, bro.
Yeah. No, but it's kind of like that's kind of going south where we're at right now. It's kind of the generation we live in where every guy, right? And don't act like we're not a part of this. Where we think the only way to pull women is by being extraordinarily just unimaginably wealthy.
I think what it is for me personally is not the wealth per se, but it's the mindset that you need to build to get the wealth.
It's just ambition.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just, and a lot of guys these days lack ambition. But yeah, no.
No, I think like guys are ambitious, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like you could sit around and be like, oh damn, bro, like we should make a business, and then like an hour later they'll go fucking McDonald's, go play video games, and then just go to work the next day. You know, like they did nothing about it. Like, bro,
Yeah.
me and George were just like, bro, let's start a fucking podcast, bro.
Bro, bought the mics, bought the. Come on.
Like, yeah, just started this shit.
Not
Like,
like
you gotta start. That's the hardest part.
Start and
some
then
shit.
don't fall off, because you could easily start posting and then you have like 5 views and then nobody wants to see this. You know, just keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Like today, you know, bro, want to work with you? Talk to the manager, see if he was interested in some window cleaning. Like, the worst I could get is either
Yes and
like,
no.
oh shit, like they just never call me, or sure, just leave the card there. Like,
Yeah. Do you give him a card?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
like I went into like 10 different businesses. I mean, like
Oh.
probably like 3 of them just said like, oh, I already got a guy, or
Mhm.
like
Bro, for real, like all it takes is walk up, just like the
like it took 2
intro.
minutes, bro. Like
Yeah.
all I had to say was, oh hi, like my name's Alex. I window washing business. Are you interested?
Yeah.
You know, they're just like, oh yeah, leave your card, whatever. Like,
And it's
left
just
my card.
confidence, bro.
people just think there's just you just don't lose anything from that, but people
Yeah.
for some reason think you do. It's just
I think it's a pride and ego thing. They're like, oh, I don't want to risk having someone say no to me because that's gonna bring my own
That's
self
just some
down.
like
yeah,
pussy
that's-
shit, bro.
that's-
Like,
yeah.
especially as a business owner, like if you out here trying to hustle,
That's why
and-
wealth is a mindset thing, though.
yeah,
Going back to that.
like if you can't hustle, bro, like you're not gonna get rich, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
lazy niggas, like yeah, you could become lazy, like you could be a lazy nigga and be rich, but like they're smart. You feel me? Like, yeah, it's a mindset. You
Mhm.
could be smart, you could fucking hustle, but if you're just like over here spending your bread or fucking just not doing shit,
Yeah.
being stuck, like trying something that doesn't work,
Mhm.
like bro, you gotta try something new, figure some shit out.
And even if you have money, money doesn't last forever. So you got to maintain that money as well. Like, look at half the NFL players.
Because they're gonna live above their means.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy. They think, oh, I got $1 million. Let me just fucking spend it.
yeah. There's a few
Yeah.
NBA, NFL players that filed for bankruptcy, even though they
Yeah.
had that $20 million deal. Like,
Bro, if you have $20 million, $10 million could give you more than over the average salary and
yeah, if you
and money
save
back.
10 million for like,
You don't even
bro,
need to
you'll be
save
cool
it,
for
bro.
20 years.
Put it in a safe investment, 6% back, 4% back, bro. 4% of 10 million, like you're good.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, and it's crazy because 20 million, say, even if you tax that, the top 4% of the population of the United States makes 100K a year. So do the math on 20 million.
Yeah,
It's insane. Like, you
Like
think
how
that,
up you are.
exactly.
it's easy to keep wealth if you're there. You know,
Yeah.
like it's hard to get to the wealth, but once you
Mhm.
get the wealth, it's easy to build because then you have a lot more assets available to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Put your
you
money
just
in.
need to be smart. Cause some people like they'll have $1 million. Oh shit, let me gamble 100K.
Yeah.
And then like, damn, I just lost 100K. Like,
Yeah,
that's
It's
just
like, you just lost a real man's salary. Like, a good
yeah,
man's
bro.
salary.
Like, you for real could have put a down payment on a house. Like some people, they'll have $1 million, right? And then they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this $800,000 property. Bro, I feel like I would buy multiple properties with $1 million. Like, here's 100,000. Here's 100,000.
yeah.
I have 5 properties.
Or what
And
you
then,
do
bro,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
go buy properties around schools.
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
And then now
that
you're a
is
landlord.
So smart. That's what so many people should do. If they just buy properties around school
Mhm.
zones, your money will double.
Especially college, because, you know, they need cribs.
Like,
They need to sleep somewhere.
it's that's more apartments. If you're gonna go
Yeah,
to
apartments.
apartments, you should go around campuses.
Because houses, like kids don't really can't afford houses. But apartments.
well, yeah, but I mean, their parents might.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about the average, you know, just guy just working and going to school. But
It's really
even an apartment, bro. Look, you could own a whole apartment, like 10 units.
Yeah. Say you buy a $600,000 room in next to a good school, right?
Yeah.
Now you're making what? You're charging what? 25 probably 2,500 around here. That's times 12, about what? Almost 30K. So you're making 30K every what, 12 every year.
Passively.
Plus, once you start to pay off that house a little bit, you could sell that house and you get the money back from the house plus all that rent money.
Yeah. And say, depending on the area you live in, right?
And inflation is going to make it obviously.
Exactly. Inflation and improvement in the neighborhoods. Depending, say a neighborhood, say neighborhood nearby the neighborhood you were in, right? Was getting renovated, and they was getting renovated, and they were putting more money into it and something like that. In the neighborhood next to that where there's a bunch of schools or something like that, invest in a house over there because eventually that place is also going to get renovated.
Mm-hmm.
So then you put your money into that, and then that house next to the schools is still going to be expensive. But imagine when the schools are really nice schools and the area is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Your money will double, triple, and then inflation. It's just gonna be crazy, and it's a concept that I think a lot of people understand, but most people just don't give a shit about. It's just hard assets.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta make some money first.
Yeah, you can't. You have to get.
Yeah, you can't just over here like, oh,
Like, I want to buy a house, bro. Yeah.
Just go to my bank.
Or like, I don't know, start small. I mean, you can buy like a studio with monthly payments that aren't crazy, and if you rent it out when you start, those monthly payments are, halved.
Yeah, like, or maybe just don't like start in California. Fucking start
Yeah,
in
don't start in California.
like
Texas,
work
bro.
your
Texas,
way-
you chilling over there.
go to Utah or not. Maybe Utah's not that cheap. Go
Texas, bro.
to like
Michigan.
Minnesota. Like, yeah, go to these Midwest southern places.
Mm,
You'll be able to afford it there.
yeah.
And then work your way up to say New York. Work your way up to California.
Or if you don't have the money, get a group of people that can go in on something together. Like I have one of my friends. He bought this almost like a warehouse, but it had rooms in it, right? Like almost like an apartment complex, and he split it between 5 people, and then they renovated it and got it ready to buy, and then they got it bought for almost double what they paid for, and then they split it between 5 ways. I mean, they just put all the money in together. I think it was like 700,000 or something.
Yeah,
like
and it
that.
probably took what, like 3-4 months, maybe.
They're like yeah,
But
5
still
months.
double their money in 5 months with the homies.
Yeah.
Like, it's better than just spending it on.
And then now they can do the next, like another one with the profit. And
Yeah.
you just keep recycling.
Property is guaranteed to go up in price. Most say you go buy something in the hood, eventually it won't stay the hood forever.
Yeah, 10, 20. Like, look at
Yeah,
EPA.
gentrification.
Oh yeah, EPA is crazy. Like you could have bought 10 years ago, you could have bought a house for 300,000 over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people are moving out of EPA because it's too expensive.
It's just
Mhm.
gentrification.
And
bro.
based on the whole fact is it's right next to Palo Alto.
Exactly, yep.
So kind of what I was saying, you buy a place that's not as good as the place that is so nice. That place is gonna
They're
eventually
gonna
go
expand.
up regardless.
Yeah.
And we're still at the beginning. We haven't even reached the
Dude,
climax
it's
of where
gonna
it's
be
at.
crazy in the next 5, 10 years.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like
they're gonna start having schools, fucking like nicer homes, better roads.
Yeah.
It's just
Bro, there's always demand, especially in the Bay Area. It's getting higher and higher every
fuck,
year.
yeah.
You can
More-
tell.
more
and-
populated.
Yeah, I think
Like I seen most of the office buildings in San Francisco, bro, are empty.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna start making them like apartments and shit.
Yeah. Dude, SF is interesting
Nah,
thing
fuck
to me,
SF.
bro. It's so different over the last 10 years. It's not even the same city anymore.
I just don't enjoy the city, man.